And if they if they pull me over, or when they pull me over, I'm going to tell them straight up, you're going to violate my constitutional rights. We're going to get in a gunfight.
Yes, guys, we are back with Rebel Studio 2, who's just falling further and further into the deep end. Now he wants to get into a shootout with police officers because he doesn't want to get his license or register his vehicle. We're going to watch this video and then a video he made. This is from 2 days ago. He made a video yesterday basically expanding on why he needs to go out and do these things. He's a fucking idiot. Enjoy the video.
So soon I'm going to be going ahead, because I got to find a job. I got to be able to pay my bills. Getting out my it's not new, but my new vehicle that I got, my car. It's not a vehicle, it's an automobile. I'll be in my new automobile, and I'm going to go out on the road and the highway and find me a job. And if they if they pull me over, or when they pull me over, I'm going to tell them straight up, you're going to violate my constitutional rights. We're going to get in a gunfight. Plain and simple. And that's it. And then I won't be speaking anymore. And so if they want to get violent, it's their choice. They have the right to say, okay, you're free to go. You can be free. You can go, do what you want, and let me go. But instead, they're actually going to want to kill me. But that's what they do to slaves that disobey, that don't do what the master wants. They kill them.
Where to begin? Rebel Studio 2. If you flip open the hood of your car, you're going to find a motor. It makes it a motor vehicle. Just because you want to play word games to try to get around, following the law, that's on you, not the police officers. If you get pulled over for not having a registered vehicle, driver's license, insurance, yada, 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 like you have before, and that's how you came across this new vehicle because you lost your old one and didn't get it out of impound, I believe. If you want to try to have a shootout with the officers, that's on you. Oh, they could just say, oh, you're free to go. Yeah, they could, but by your logic, anytime you encounter the police, you could just pull a gun on them and they could just let you go. That's like the dumbest logic I've ever heard.
So, I'm fed up. I'm done. I can't renew my license because the way this system works, I can't get any money because the economy's gone to hell, because the baby boomers and the people before them, their parents, let them just take control of everything, and then now it's all ruined. They let them create laws upon farmers, laws upon what you can and cannot do in your own home, on your property, what you can and cannot have on yourself, and have the right to life, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness.
All right, if I was a betting man, I would bet that Rebel Studio 2 could get up off his happy ass, use his right to travel, and walk to the closest McDonald's, which is probably hiring for $13 to $20 an hour. And that would fix probably all of his life's ailments. But instead, he's going to sit on this chair for year number 2, in this unfinished shack for year number 2, and complain about things that he's not educated enough to speak on.
They're anti-freedom. They're all statists. Cops are two-faced. They'll act nice and friendly to your face, but then they'll turn around and they'll talk crap, or they like if you're not a good little slave and obey and do what you're told and ordered and whatever. So if you're not a good little slave and you do all this stuff, they'll turn violent and they'll talk crap, about you, and if you get out and they pull you over again, they're nice at first, but then they turn around and they be mean and violent and hateful. They're two-faced. They're psychopaths, in my opinion. These are my beliefs outside of what I'm about to do concerning the cops. All these slavery enforcers. They go out and enforce slavery. They're predators. They go out and prey upon the public. Who can I get? Who can I make money off of? Bring them into court and help me make more money. We're not supposed to be helping them make money. You go in and you apply for a job to become an employee to help your boss make money. That's voluntarism there. You voluntarily go into that business. You're not forced to go to work for that business. You volunteer, go into that business, apply for it, and help them make money. But all these other departments and stuff that was created, they were created to force us to help them make money, to work for them. That's involuntary servitude. That's slavery. They're forcing me to serve them, to work for them, so they can make money off of me. That's not how it's supposed to work. So I'm being forced to help the judge, or forced to do what they want, or if I don't, then they're going to force me to help them, help the judges and the prosecutor and the lawyers and the police or the slavery enforcement make more money.
So I normally say, don't go and harass this person. I'm just going to say, I'm not asking you to go brigade this person as per YouTube's terms of service says don't do. But if you want to go tell this guy to stop what he's doing because it's going to cost him his life, to educate himself outside of what he buys from gurus on YouTube, I'm not going to say don't do that. This guy literally said at the beginning of the video, he is going to break the law, and to get out of it, he's going to try to have a shootout with the police. And now he's talking about, again, something he's not educated enough to speak on. If an officer pulls you over and writes you a ticket for driving without a license, and then you go to court and you lose, that money doesn't just get transferred to the officer's bank account. Like, that's not how any of that works. It doesn't go to the chief of police's bank account. Like, he doesn't know a library. A librarian's job isn't to make money for the city. It's to take care of the library. But this guy, again, has no idea what he's talking about.
Oh, you ain't going to obey us and do what we want and have this or that? Well, you're going to help us make more money. We're going to punish you for money, greed. This is all based upon greed. They're all, in my opinion, my belief, psychopaths. Every one of them is nothing but a bunch of psychopaths. They're traitors to their own people. No matter what race they are, they're a traitor to their own race because they're enslaving their race to corporations. This is all it is enslavement. All you trolls out there and you other statists who love the state and love these laws and all that, you're fascists. Look up what fascism is. Look up the actual definition of fascism. Look up the definition of statism. And look up the definition of a statist.
Well, he told us to look up what fascism means, so we're going to go to dictionary.com. Alright, so fascism, a government system led by a dictator. So right off the bat, that's not America. Having complete power, forcibly suppressing opposition and criticism, regimenting all industry and commerce. Yeah, so that's not what America is. I'm sorry, Rebel Studio 2, but you just don't know definitions.
You'd rather give up all your rights so you can get permission to do things. You no longer are free. You're a slave. You've been enslaved for peace and safety. See, I prefer dangerous freedom. That's what I'm going to be doing. Dangerous freedom to go out and fight for what's right. My common law rights. I don't care about this color of law bullcrap, legalese. Show me in the Constitution, the U.S. Constitution and the state's Constitution, where the words legal, legalese, legal, and illegal. Show me where those words are in the constitutions, the common laws. They don't recognize those words. It's lawful and unlawful. Legal has nothing to do with common law. Legality, all of that. Has nothing to do with common law. So, I'm going to be forced to go out and put my life on the line to try to find a job, to try to live my life, to try to be free. And they put their lives on the line to force us to do what the state wants. That's what they put their life on the line for, is to enforce slavery. They don't put their life on the line for our freedoms. Soldiers don't go to war to put their life on the line for our freedom. They do it for money. Power and control. They be used to get power and control over other people in other countries, or to help those countries control their people, the leaders. That's what they do.
Alright, so that's where we're going to stop this video and jump to the next video where he expands on going out to get a job and his right to travel and all that bullshit. But first we're going to talk a little bit of shit about Rebel Studio 2. So Rebel Studio 2 is the prototypical person that a sovereign citizen guru looks for to take advantage of. Rebel Studio 2 is clearly, I don't want to say mentally deficient, but he's extremely low IQ. You can tell just by anything that he says in damn near any of his videos. Dude is a whack job. Dude is a conspiracy theorist. He is going to believe anything that the gurus say because the guru is sending them the exact answers they're looking for. So, sorry, Rebel Studio 2, you lost. We'll go to his page here for a second, just so you guys can see what we're kind of dealing with. Rebel Studio 2, 152 subscribers on basically 700 videos. And this isn't his first channel. He's got Rebel Studio 2 with spaces. I want to say Rebel Studio 1 or 3, forgot, but we're covering this video and this video, and I think it's funny, me going like that. He just keeps going like that. That's just hilarious to me. But we're going to go back. He decided in the rest of that video he was going to talk about how Washington, D.C. is actually a foreign country inside of America, which it's not. And if you want to go over to Peg Leg Finance, we've had some great discussions about this next topic he brought up in that video, which was that the United States government is actually a corporation, which clearly not, and it's been debunked. If you want to go ask Peg Leg Finance, I'll probably leave Peg Leg's Finance. I'll probably leave his link in the description. Go over there, talk to him. Good guy. He's a lawyer, which is a lot better than Rebel Studio 2 and his shit shack. Now, enjoy the next video.
No. Tomorrow I'll be going out because I got to get groceries. I have the guy that would take me places. He'd help me out willingly. He had to go out of state. His wife may be dying this month. So he'll be gone 3 weeks. And so I'm going to have to go out. I'm going to have to do what I said I was going to do. Which is transit from my place to another place.
So for those of you who aren't in on the joke, transit from, one place to his place or his place to another place is code word for he's going to drive his new car from his house to a grocery store and back. But because he can't admit that to himself, he's going to word it that way, and clearly he knows he's doing wrong if he has somebody else take him where he needs to go to get groceries so he can avoid not having a license.
So that way I can get groceries. And so what I'll be doing, if I get pulled over, if I happen to get caught out there, I'll be handing them this right here. And then this one right here. And I won't be saying a word. Not one word. This will get handed to them and they're going to read them. And this one will be stuck in the window where they can read it. And they try to keep asking me questions after my Fifth Amendment. After I invoke my Fifth Amendment, I'll just keep pointing at this, pointing it to it. And I'll be live when I'll be going live when I get my automobile and get ready to take off. When I go there, and then I'll turn it off. Get all my groceries and load them up, and then I'll get back in the car and I'll go live again. And if I make it home there and home without them catching me, even the state trooper, there's one road that the state trooper runs. It's a back road, and instead of on the highway down where the sheriff's usually are, there's now only one sheriff that runs this side. One or two, one during the day or from morning to evening, and one from evening to morning. Run this side, and then around down. And so there are places that don't even see the sheriffs, or maybe they switch. But every 2 hours, they'll be out here running around, sitting, stalking the public, being predators. And then, if I make it there, make it back. Well, Thursday, I got to go to the hospital to see a surgeon on my hernia. And then I'll be taking that highway. And that's when I could more than likely get caught by the sheriffs. They know my car. They made sure to get to know it by the way it looks. And see what happens.
All right, guys, clearly this is going to take a lot longer than I was expecting. I was expecting this to be a quick video, but we have a video of what his truck looked like prior to being pulled over and impounded for what seems like forever because he just got a new car. So him saying, they've made it a point to know what my car looks like, well, you're making it pretty obvious that you want to get pulled over.
I'm going to write on the back of this, read the info I gave you to the prosecutor to see what the prosecutor says, because they got to do what the prosecutor and the judge says to do. And the prosecutor's the main one they listen to make sure they can do what they want to do. But on there, I stated I'm not a legal entity. I'm not that is known as a person, individual, citizen, and resident of a state. I'm also not a commercial entity, which would be a business, because this is how they get us. They turned us into a legal entity when they call us a subject, a person, an individual, a citizen, a resident of the state. They'll be like, what state do you live in? Well, I just won't be answering their questions. I'll just sit there quietly. And I'll more than likely have my gun on me whenever they want to decide to try to get violent and bust my window to get me out, because they're not able to open my door. It's a self-locking door system, and it's got a key code. And I don't have a key to the ignition and to unlock the door regular. I have to use the key code to unlock it. And so the only way to be able to get to me is to bust open the window to reach in and unlock the door. But I'm just going to sit there, my hands on the wheel. I may have my gun inside where they can see it, and they get handed all these two, and then this, I'll show them that, and then I show them this, and leave it there, and then whatever's whatever after that, and you'll get to see it live, because I'll be live going to the hospital and then live coming home. So, because I got to take care of business. I can't sit here and just be a coward and let them oppress me and treat me like a slave. And when I need to live my life. So, you all take care. Bye.
Alright, so I'm looking forward to those videos, and if anything happens, I'll probably be the first person to show you because Rebel Studio 2 is my bitch. Yes, I'm going to tag him in this, and he's probably going to say some pretty mean things from his shack after he watches the video. If anybody knows where this guy lives, I will gladly call the sheriff's department, his local police department, to inform them that he wants to get into a gunfight with them because he doesn't want to get a driver's license. But if we're being honest, they probably are well aware of this guy. Like I said, they already took his truck, and now he's got a car and wants to play fuck games. I just want to say, if you hand the police random pieces of paper written in, I don't know, crayon, and say, I don't need a license, take these pieces of paper, they're going to drop that paper on the ground and say, okay, cool, I need your license by law. The Supreme Court said you need a license, therefore I can ask for your license while you're driving. And if you keep not saying anything, or pointing to your paper, guess what? They're just going to break your window and pull you out. It is what it is. They need to ask the prosecutor. They need to ask the judge. Considering the fact that they already took your car once and you were bitching about it, crying about it, starting a GoFundMe for it, I'm pretty sure they're going to give the same answer they did before, and you're going to end up getting another shitbox car. But that's the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Again, Rebel Studio 2, one word, the number 2, not the word. Have a good rest of your weekend. Peace.